shoulder pads and the pressure below, and he is a key part of this offense.
You see Roger Rosengarten went over to left tackle, so that has been a duo that has been relied on by the Ravens. He gets up in a ton of pain. Emory Jones, the Ravens on Thanksgiving before their game against the Bengals. John Harbaugh told us wanted to get Jones in the lineup. They spelled him in for a couple of series, but he didn't play the next game. Played third.
First and a long way to go, right? He can play within this offense. There you go.
Henry on the run for 3 after that first 20.
All out of love with punting. Punting is fine in a game like this. The Pittsburgh Steelers are notoriously patient. They will slowly
down. Keaton Mitchell's the back. 2nd and 17. Thought about the jump pass. Couldn't get it over Highsmith. Tries to take off. Highsmith tracks him. Not available. Continues to answer the call.
When Highsmith tells his grandkids about what he did in the National Football League, this play.
Place is alive. Just give it to Henry. He can get you 20. I think it's 6 that time. What a play. Buzzing down by Kyle.
Shift, right? It felt like everything was going the Ravens' way. They got a little three-point drive out. That's great. But we have seen this defense awake.
Good hang time here. Kick is 54. Tossed in from the 16. Ravens have it well covered. So glad to be here in Pittsburgh for this opportunity, which we thought was for 1 year, but who knows? Rodgers' first down throw is broken up by Marlon.
Accomplishment, because this has really hurt this football, and in particular hurt Aaron Rodgers.
That throw in the middle, Wiggins with the coverage.
Is up to the guy who's been around and seen it all to figure it out somehow for the Pittsburgh Steelers over the next 3 quarters.
3rd and 10, and Rodgers dropping back in coverage, had that one blanketed, and that's an 0 for 3 passing, 3 and out for Pittsburgh.
Well, and they have really been mixing pass rush, as he needs to get the ball out of his hands to his receivers as quickly as possible.
Flag is down. The left-footed kicker, Waitman, kicks it to West. Before the snap came to Waitman.
A lot of special teams penalties so far in this one.
Going over to talk to John.
Kicking team number 15. 5-yard penalty. Replay, 4th down.
So they're going to ask him to re-kick it.
Yeah, I like that too, because a lot of times.
One of the best in the league. He's a Pro Bowler, but you see that vice, those 2 guys trying to keep Skoranek from getting in play. They know they're going to have to find ways to get
opportunity here for the Ravens.
Everybody gets organized. It's another good kick by Waitman. Wester fair catches it at the 35-yard line. After leaving during the last drive with injury, Derrick Henry runs up the middle for 20 yards to the 45.
Here's what happens when you get double team action going like this back into these linebackers, and Derrick Henry can get a yard or 2 on the other side a little bit to one side. That is a 300-pound fullback coming down, and it is intimidating.
He's got 111 yards, add 2 to the total for Henry. Celebrations, the Ravens had their own moment, knowing that they had a game tonight to make the playoffs. Incomplete. Zay Flowers open, couldn't get it to him.
Those weapons have rarely been on the field at the same time while dealing with all these different injuries. And he said, we faced a lot of adversity this year. We're shown what really made Super Bowl will stay alive.
Steelers bringing force, spying Lamar. Got a block, got a first down. There goes Jackson to the 28-yard line. There is a
offense number 64. 10-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That is their Pro Bowl center, Tyler Linderbaum.
And there was no reason for Linderbaum to hold. You got Lamar Jackson. He can look around, see all of that green grass. There's no way.
Zay Flowers trying to get some blocks. There goes Flowers. Chased down by Watt and Ramsey at the last night. Punts are good things in this game. And that is what they're going to do. They're going to punt the ball this year.
It needs to be great.
Austin running over, not going to get there. It was all of that, Chris. Pittsburgh only 5 runs. 5 runs for 6 yards. Trying to change that. Warren right, they do so.
Connor Hayward, when he is in the game at fullback, that time they motion back in. When this guy is lead blocking, it starts to...
The tight ends are targeted often. How many tight end catches tonight? Valdez Scantling, Kyle Hamilton throws him down. Gain of just...
Chloe Gilman was traded in here. And that allowed Kyle Hamilton to come down around the line of scrimmage. And when that happened, this defense completely turned.
NBC. Out of the 2-minute timeout, 2nd and 9 from 25. Gainwell the back. Rogers looking that way, and Wiggins with the coverage on the comes up with the play.
Mike, it's a great point. We have typically seen this be a very tight end heavy kind of offense, but you got a tight end play. And this is a big game really for Wiggins. He was not.
3rd and 9. Again, it's a 4-man rush. Rogers has room to throw, room to run as well, and he gets there for the first down to the 40-yard line.
Offenses I have seen destroyed when Aaron Rodgers, when they rush for, and he always sees the open lanes. Always. Earlier in the first quarter.
Sprint for 20. Drive alive. On by Adam Thielen for 8 to the Ravens, 7 to the Ravens 48-yard line.
Something that might work for Pittsburgh here.
If the Ravens add some pressure, they don't. They'll slip inside. The bounce outside for Gainwell. Now, as a timeout is taken.
So now you're turning it into a mental battle out there against Aaron Rodgers. So they're going to draw. Here we go. But Aaron Rodgers, and his memory is as amazing as anything I've ever seen in my life. He once asked me, "You want to try and match wits with me?" I was like, "No." It really gives him the advantage to try to go faster and faster and faster.
And Melissa, Adam Thielen a part of that.
Yeah, you just mentioned that this is his fun to waive him. And when the Steelers claimed him last month, the whole family was able to come because the kids were out for Christmas break and stayed with him in an Airbnb.
And there's the inside throw to go.
I tell you, Rodgers is reading this great right now. They're playing basically a shell coverage. And when he saw Kyle Hamilton.
A last word to Austin. Here comes the pressure. He goes to Austin, incomplete. You saw that last word with Rodgers at the line was to Calvin Austin Saturday to try to all be on the same page.
Well, the last time these two teams played, Rodgers killed them when they tried to blitz him. 9 for 12, 119 yards and a touchdown. They came.
29 seconds left. No blitz. Gainwell out of the backfield. As the sideline is in 3rd and 1 for Pittsburgh with 22 to go. Chris, the only part of the Steelers offense that looked good last week against Cleveland were both 2-minute drives. The
way that he used to. He can think at least as well as he used to, right? And maybe at the beginning of this season, it wouldn't have been true that the no huddle would every detail, every hand signal. And so what you're seeing now is a little bit of the end of that process, and it's working.
Like Scotty Miller and Adam Thielen, who was in the division, that 15-yard line.
And still go over the middle of the field. You have the timeout.
Rodgers looking left, going that way. Valdez Scantling is inbound to 13. We'll see if any time is adjusted.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 15 seconds.
Thank you, Sean Smith.
Huge play that time by Chittip, but it's a little dicey.
If you throw it over the middle?
Exactly. So now you're sort of limiting a throw to the outside, and that hit was dead on, and it took him backwards.
Scantling at the end of the game last week, and they failed.
So when he's not there, you...
1st and goal, Pittsburgh, out of timeouts. Rodgers throwing towards Austin, incomplete. He wants the... No call, 11 seconds left, 2nd down.
Yeah, and I think Aaron Rodgers saw that Pat Freiermuth was getting Freiermuth.
Get a healthy 5-yard. Beating the play clock, 3-man rush, 8 drop. Rodgers just gets it out of the end zone. It'll be 3rd down.
The risky play here is a guy like Kenneth Gainwell, because that little halfback option in the middle of the field, you make Rodgers do crazier things than that.
7 seconds left, 3rd and goal. Rodgers throws it to the back of the end zone. Hamilton's flat snap coming up.
Pass interference. Defense number 14. The final occurred in the end zone above.
This is a divisional championship. Nice job by Freiermuth. He becomes the target, even though they were double teaming him again, Mike. He still
was denied earlier. 2 seconds left, 1st and goal. Steelers going for a tying score here before the break. Smith in motion, hits, Gainwell, tries to cut it inside. Baltimore getting no wind. Big part of the story here tonight. Jalen Warren with the return. Warren across the 30 to the
stand to end the half.
Well, great job, great stop, great play by 2 guys. A lot of poise, hanging in there, a lot of tough circumstances there. We got to do better. I mean, both drives have been stopped by holding penalties. We got to refrain from that.
Well said. Thanks, John.
Thanks.
Baltimore 6 penalties, 68 yards. They are one of the
Get 1 first down if they jump into the no huddle.
Rodgers begins the drive from the 33. Warren left, good run.
Jalen Warren went back and watched all his graded plays, so I got to see all of the best of the best.
Okay.
He had some spectacular plays. Now, I understand that Kenneth Gainwell.
Saw that stat about Rodgers' longest run in his career equaled without a touchdown in 6 straight quarters. Got a first down here. Going on here at the back end of that play. Warren for 3 years here with Najee Harris, and Gainwell when he was sitting behind Saquon Barkley across the state in Philadelphia.
But they
were 3rd round pick as part of that story. He's inactive tonight. Great shot of Rodgers surveying. Pressure coming. Pressure picked up.
That what we're seeing now. And what we're seeing is that the Ravens believe their secondary can play man-to-man against these receivers. I've been pretty much the case here tonight.
2nd and 10 out quick, and those 2 up to try to get the ball. And Hamilton needs medical attention, and Rodgers is asking, why was that a flag for early contact?
All I know is Kyle Hamilton's the heart and soul of this defense, no matter how you want to slice it.
Gilman also with that helmet. Respect for the 4th-year player. They're being looked at over on the sideline, and Pat Freiermuth is heard from. So no safeties out. They go to
go get there, but Aaron Rodgers saw it too fast. And we were talking to Pat Freiermuth, and the first time he heard the Muth in the stadium, was like, why are they booing? He didn't understand what was going on.
Gilman and Hamilton off the field for Baltimore. Johnny Smith running here and gets just a yard. Smith has run it.
Not hit on yet, or at least I haven't, is that Darnell Washington, the other tight end, who had become such a blocking weapon, had also emerged as at the same time was a big blow.
Broken forearm last week, had surgery on Tuesday. 2nd and 8. Rodgers putting it on top, and it's brought in by Fit.
How about this throw right here? I want you to see this from Aaron Rodgers' perspective. When you get Aaron Rodgers and you get the feeling a little confidence going, maybe that drive right before the half, get him going a little bit, and here.
7-yard line. One of the cool viral videos of this season was Adam Thielen's family starting the year in Carolina and then traded to Minnesota. He is from Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Excited in the back seat, and they posted it on social media. Didn't work out there. Melissa told you the story. They've come here during the break, and yeah, he's out pass pattern. Rodgers swings it. Warren, pass Humphrey, 5-yard line to the 3. Coming up for the Steelers.
So this is, again, almost a run play here. You've got the 6th offensive lineman out there. You swing it out, so you got a lead blocker coming.
Medical tent. And 3rd and 1. Inside run. Warren stopped. And about 1 yard and 2/3 to the touchdown. And Tomlin doesn't blink, and he sends big Cameron Hayward onto the field, and Pat Freiermuth, the
younger one than what this is. So
Connor Hayward taking the snap, pushed by his brother and others. He's got the first down inside the 1 on 4th down. He's done the same big people out there.
The brotherly shove with brother and others. I like that a lot. And there they are on the doorstep. It would be big, and there's Kyle Hamilton, unfortunately, going off.
1st and goal. Hayward again. Pushed in, flag comes down by the official who threw the flag. So that might be your indication it's against Baltimore. Let's see. It's a conversation going.
That penalty's declined. The zone of play is a touchdown.
And Connor Hayward runs it in for his 2nd.
Basically ready for the other. And so the acceleration, once again, the no-huddle offense, We've seen it work. The acceleration on the goal line.
Between the Hayward brothers. Boswell to tie. 10-10. Steelers get the ball, take a long